Hey everybody, GL1 here, and I have a surprise for you. I have a mystery box, and I've been searching and searching for this box, and finally I found it accidentally. And do you like rubber squishy creatures, stretchy things? Well, I always have, and that's what this box is full of. So let's go through and see what's in here, because I don't remember everything that's in here. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little something about everything I see that I can remember. All right, so this is some kind of stegosaur without the spikes on the back. And this is a kind of ankylosaur because it has that club on the back and the armor on top. And these are from the Imperial Toy Company, which used real rubber to make their toys back in 1977. That's how old these are. And it says Imperial here, and that's a symbol for the Imperial Toy Company. And these were made in Hong Kong. So before Hong Kong was part of China, it was leased to the British, and it was its own little island. And they made a lot of toys, and they still do, but now they might say made in China rather than say specifically Hong Kong. And all right, so the thing about Imperial Toy Company, a little history lesson, they made a lot of toys out of rubber, and they made so much out of rubber that they used up all the rubber trees. And for 20 years, between like 1980 and 2000, there were no real rubber toys because they had to regrow all the rubber trees, and they take 20 years before they can produce rubber again. So these are pre-devastation of the rubber trees, but they are part of the situation. All right, so here we go. All right, we have monsters. We have the monster from the Black Lagoon. I always liked the monster from the Black Lagoon. Didn't so much, the movie's okay, but I just like the guy. He's cool. He's squishy, he's stretchy, he's got little beads inside. And it does say something on here, but I can't read that. All right, but that's our monster there. And then we have Frankenstein's monster, and it says he's lifelike, and he's stretchy, and I guess he's, well, if stretchy and squishy is lifelike, then he is lifelike. We all are a little stretchy and squishy, aren't we? Let's see, does this open? Yeah. All right, and so this is also, see, the Imperial Toy Company, but now it says made in China. So it's probably on the island of Hong Kong, but there you go. All right. So there's Frankenstein's monster. Oh, this one's definitely readable. Let's see if we can find a date here. Let me pause this. I'm going to double magnify. Okay, so this is 2005. So probably they're both 2005. I probably got them at the same time. So remember what I told you. Between 80 and 2000, no rubber. No Imperial Toy Company making rubber. And here you go, 2005, rubber guys. Now the thing about rubber is you cannot put real rubber around fake rubber or plastic and package it together for a really long time, because the rubber will chemically break down the plastic, and they will it'll ruin it. It'll ruin the plastic. Not so much an effect on the rubber. All right, so maybe this is gross. This is a froggy, obviously, and as you can see, he's kind of transparent, and you can see his guts inside. Want to see his? There's his intestines. Yay, intestines! All right, and then, well, it sure beats dissecting them, doesn't it? I mean, they don't like that. All right, so maybe those are, I don't know, lungs, heart. Well, he's got kind of like blood inside him. You see the red in there? So, all right, well, there you go. That's a stretchy, rubbery frog. And you can see his organs. Nice. All right, let's see what's next. All right, we have some lizards and an alligator or a crocodile. Let's see. So, now, some of these I remember were sold at the dollar store. You can't get these at the dollar store now. It does say, I think that's Imperial Toy Company 2012. Ambicna, made in China. All right, well, that's a horned lizard, if I got my lizards correct. Maybe a horny toad, they call it. I think they might be in Texas. So he's squishy and stretchy. He's got those beads inside. All right. And then this fella here. Oh, this is an iguana. Well, if you've ever watched any of my shows where I went to Dinosaur Planet or Dinosaur Island, back a ways ago in my episodes, probably episodes in the 50s and then in the early hundreds. But that's an iguana, and he's squishy and stretchy. The beads are larger in there. You can actually see them. You kind of stay in place when you push them. Right? I like iguanas. They're cute. And then, all right, so this, it might be a caiman. Now, it could be an alligator, but it's got very prominent ridges over the eyes, and the eyes stick up a lot. And I know that caimans, which are in South America, are, now they are smaller crocodilians, but actually one of the largest crocodilians ever known was a kind of caiman. I think it was like close to 40 feet long. It was, it would eat a T-Rex probably if it got too close to the water there. They are ambush hunters, so they jump out, and if the T-Rex was coming to drink, those gigantic crocodilians of the past had heads as big as a T-Rex. They could grab him and pull him into the water and drown him. Oh, I remember this guy. So this is a gecko, and I remember, his eye got pulled off. I don't know how. It's always sad. No, this is a salamander, it tells you. But it does look like a gecko, doesn't it? Well, if you know more than me, then you'd be like, no, it doesn't. It looks just like a salamander. All right, so I can't read everything on it, but anyway, it's a salamander. This is solid rubber, not as stretchy. All right. And I put them all in a bag, just in case, some of them are not full rubber. Oh, well, here we go. Now, this is not Stegosaurus. This is a stegosaur. I can't remember its name. You know what? Let me see if I can look it up real quick. All right, so this is Kentrosaurus, and I do have this as a Jurassic World toy. So, but here he is squishy and all new materials, and it says it is rubber. So, this is after the year 2000. All right, who else do we have here? Oh, well, this looks like Triceratops. And I don't know if Triceratops had a little nub here, but he might have. Why not? They can take artistic license. Anyway, we don't know always exactly what kind of keratin-like structure they might have had that did not get preserved. And there were many different kind of ceratopsidae. So, all right, but there you go. And this is probably the same company, probably the all-new material. He'll stand up. All right, let's reach in and see what else we grab. Okay. And more. Well, it looks like there's a Stegosaurus in there. Maybe a lizard. Oh, no, it's got a mushed face. Well, he's been in the package a really long time there. All right, so crocodilian for sure. And, oh, yeah, I remember this fella. Yeah, his mouth got damaged, but I didn't have the heart to throw him out. I felt bad, And the thing is crocodilians, when they're biting each other and when they're eating and they're rolling and they're biting, sometimes pieces do come off. So, it's kind of realistic. Here we go. I remember getting this at the dollar store. This is a hippopotamus. And look how stretchy he is. He's cool. He's squishy. All right, so a hippo. Hippos and crocodiles do not get along. Crocodiles run away from hippos. All right, so here we go. Here's a proper stegosaurus. It's got the beads inside, and you see it's got the four, protrusions on the back. You can spear you with that. All right, let's see these guys back in. Maybe the crocodile needs his own bag so his face doesn't get more mushed up, huh? All right. Ah, more lizards. All right. I think this is a bearded dragon. And, he got a hole and all the beads fell out. But, let's see. Frilled lizard. Okay. And he's stretchy. Hasn't lost his stretchiness. All right. Looks like a dinosaur, doesn't it? And then here's a lizard. Let's see if he tells us what kind he is. I don't know, sun greep or something. Sook, I don't know. Suxgabber, something like that. Well, anyway, it's a lizard. And it's got the beads inside and he's squishy. And then this lizard here. Oh, I like this guy. Look at that. Oh, see, they get all mushed up though in the bag. They've been in there too long. But, if I put them in hot water, maybe not boiling because I don't want to damage them. Plastic you can put in boiling water. Maybe not rubber is a good idea. But maybe just hot water. They might pop back into shape. A lot of toys will. This over there. Oh, I remember getting this. Look at this big creepy spider. Mrs. GL1 does not like spiders that much anymore because she got a really nasty spider bite and it infected her and destroyed some skin and had to go get antibiotics a couple of times. So that will affect your love for spiders. Imperial Toy Company, 2003. So you can see that this is meant to be a black widow. It's got that hourglass on the bottom. And big, fat, squishy back. And, that might be creepy. I'm not going to scare her with that. Or am I? All right, let's see who's next. Oh, here's some old toys. All right, this is old. Now this goes back to the early 80s for me. All right, so here's a spider. This is probably just a Halloween toy, you just get a Halloween and put that out, and you have it tied up with a string and just kind of hang it on the wall. Okay, but this has a much more interesting story. All right, so this is a copy of a garter snake, and I remember my friend Prakash, when we were kids, he took this rubber snake and he held it like that and he was walking around with it, and all the kids were screaming because they thought it was a real snake because it's exactly the right size and it looks just like a real snake when you hold it. And I did have two of these, so there might be another one showing up, but I do remember my friend doing that. Who knows, maybe his kids are watching this show. All right, let's get in here and see what this is. Oh, all right, look at this. This is a monitor lizard. Look at that. Or is that a Komodo dragon? Could be a Komodo dragon. Well, Komodo dragon is a kind of monitor, actually. I had a monitor for a while. Imperial Toy Company, 2000 something. He would eat live mice and things. 2004, I think. So, nice looking toy. Very smooth, right? Just makes you want to just grab it and squeeze it. All right, and here we go. Oh, is this the same one again as that horny toad, horned lizard? This is 2012. I think the other one was 2012, so it might be exactly the same mold, just a different color. And here we are, a shark. And great white shark? Tiger shark? Not sure. But rubber and squishy with beads inside. And that's what counts. There you go. All right. I think they can all go back in. They seem to be doing all right in there. Can you believe I have all these rubber toys? I obviously love rubber toys. I do have some that are not in here, but these are the ones I've been looking for, and I couldn't find the box for so long. All right, here we go. This is a crocodile. Why do I think this is a crocodile? Because his teeth are really sticking out a lot. His head's mushed. And I wish I had my crocodile toy from when I was really small, like 5 years old. I remember I had one that's probably about 30% larger than this. He was hollow, and I used to take him with me everywhere. Really loved him. And let's see, this guy here. All right, so I think this is a gecko. I think this time I might have it right. Let's see, does it say rubber filling? Doesn't say the name of it, but does say Imperial Toy Company 2000. So this is like the first from the trees. That's first thing we're gonna do is tap those trees. We're gonna make a rubber gecko toy out of them. That's the first order of business. All right, let's see. Get something interesting here. Going to the dollar store again. Here we go. I remember getting these. All right, so rubber bear. And it's got air inside, so no beads, just air. So that's a brown bear. Also known as a grizzly bear. And then we have a gorilla. And you know what? This is King Kong from the Jack Black King Kong movie, which I think was 2005. And why do I think that? Because he's got the boo-boos on him, just like King Kong had in the movie. And look, you can make him kind of like close his mouth. Really define the mouth hole, orifice in the teeth. It's pretty cool. Now, I guess he was on a keychain or something. But that didn't last. All right, and here we go again. Here's a bigger. All right, now this one has beads inside. Well, that's definitely King Kong from that movie. All right, so there you go, stretchy. His arms are solid, but his belly. Oh, the little one has beads too. All right, the beads are made out of rubber too. Here's a panther. This panther looks like it's been eating a lot, huh? Look at that belly on that panther. But nope, he's just filled with air. He needs to eat. Here's another King Kong. And he has some beads. There you go. I like gorillas. I always like gorillas. Here's another gorilla. I must really like gorillas. All right, now which one looks better to you as a gorilla, huh? This could be a chimpanzee, actually. Here we go, a rhinoceros. Beads inside. I remember when I was a kid, what I liked about rubber animals is that you could make them move and put, because when I was a kid, articulation was not very good, if there at all sometimes. But when you had a rubber toy, see, you could make it articulate however you want. And if you watch a lot of my shows, I talk a lot about articulation. Always was important to me. And here's an elephant. So, yeah, pretty good. So, made in China, does it say? I can't see whether it's Imperial, but you could probably bet that it somehow came from Imperial Toy Company. All right, so there's our dollar store rubber toy adventure. All right. We're going to get to some more, some creepy crawlies. All right. What do we got here? We have another big spider. Now, this is a tarantula. And I've seen a real one. In fact, on Dinosaur Planet, my movie on Dinosaur Planet, I actually was walking across a field and I almost stepped on one. And luckily I didn't. And then I introduced the tarantula to my dinosaur toy, and it tried to ward off and kind of attack the dinosaur toy, but I didn't want to bother him too much, and left him alone, and he went off. Pretty cool to see a real one in the wild. And here is a praying mantid. And when I was studying my undergrad, I did research on praying mantids, on their behavior. And one of the things I learned about mantids, a couple things. One is they have different stances on whether they're being defensive or attacking, or they're afraid. And they also have prey recognition. They know exactly how to grab what it is that they are going after. They know how to hold its head in one of its claws and hold the body in another, and if it has a stinger, to hold that away from itself. And then they will eat, usually they'll eat the head off, but they also just might cut right through the body. They know exactly how to kill and how to stop what it is that they're attacking, so that it won't turn and attack them. And that was really fascinating watching that. All right, what do we got here? We got something. I know this is, it's got a cute face, and I think it's some kind of sea creature, but I really don't know. Maybe it's just supposed to be a caterpillar. Oh, it's an inchworm, because see, it grabs here and it grabs there, and it's just supposed to be some kind of caterpillar, and they inch along. And but I don't know if inchworms, maybe some of them, there's probably different species that have little pricklies all over them. All right. Here we go. All right. Now we're going back. All right. So some of these in here, I've been wondering where these are. And one of them, I remember the name, is Dard. D-A-R-D. It's a robot. I think this is Dard. No, what is that, Zana or Zaka? Or Zama. Okay, that's Zama. All right, so these I got when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. They are erasers, and I never used them as erasers. I remember going to my school store, and sometimes I wouldn't spend all my lunch money, and I would save it so I could buy these little fellas. So that's an eraser. The giant sloth from prehistoric times, that's also an eraser. And these are the things I got from the dollar store. From my school store. Yep, that's a dinosaur, also an eraser. I mean, how can you ruin these things and use them as erasers? All right, there's Horta. I remember the name Horta. All right, that's Horta. So, yeah. There you go. It's almost like I save everything. Oh, here's Horta in pink, which looks more like an eraser. The old saber-toothed tiger. See that? And then you could, right? Yes, I played a lot with those. Oh, is this him? Let's see. Is that? I'm wondering if this is Dard. It says something there. You know what? It is Dard. Yeah, there's a little hint of RD. Yeah, there it is, Dard. Yep, it kind of wore off. This was my favorite one. Looks kind of like Guido from Star Wars in robot form, right? But, all right, so there you go. All right, and these are not erasers, but these are just random little rubber toys I had. All right, a snake. And because I love praying mantids, and that's why I did research on them, another praying mantid. And I love frogs. I had a frog, an Argentinian horned frog. Actually, Mrs. GL1 got him for me when we pretty much first met. And I had that frog for 19 years. And it ate live mice. And the first year it ate 34 live mice. And then it would eat like a mouse every 6 months. And one time for 18 months it didn't eat at all. But I always knew when she was hungry because she would put rocks on her head. So I had her in an aquarium and she would just sit there. And whenever she would get hungry, she would just like try to hide, although this frog was a pound and just like a big giant lump. So it really couldn't hide, but it would then put rocks on its head. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to eat. No one can see me. Of course you could. And you'd put the mouse in and, that's how they ate. And so I don't want to get detailed about it. I'm sure it's sad to some people, but, and me too, but that's what it ate. All right, this is a python. It says it on there. So, and this has the beads inside. And here's what what is that? Nemo's friend under the sea. Here we go. And she has beads. So, and this is, you can see it, Imperial Toy Company. And I think the date is there. It's really great, that Imperial Toy Company. Yep, 2000, I think 2001. It's definitely, or maybe 2. But, yep, so that's all rubber. All right, and here's a big frog. This is a tree frog, right? I actually have some wild frogs in my pond right now. And it's got beads inside, and it's stretchy and squishy. Imperial Toy Company. They're the ones that have all the rubber. All right, here's a big caterpillar. And, well, there's the face. And stretchy. Yeah. All right. And, manta ray, dollar store. I remember this. All right, so they don't have these at the dollar store anymore now. They probably cost more than $1 for them to get. But these, like 10 years ago, they were at the dollar store. Now it's like hard plastic. And here we go, an octopus. And if you've seen on Netflix, My Octopus Teacher, fantastic show on how complex they can be, their relationships and their minds, how they figure things out, and the connections they make with the swimmer is extraordinary. So, and they only live like 1.5 years, so they achieve a lot. All right, and another snake. I like snakes. A lot of people don't like snakes, but I don't know, they're all right. Maybe if I got bit by one, I wouldn't, a poisonous one, I probably wouldn't like it. If their heads are bigger than their bodies, they're poisonous usually. Just keep that in mind. Like if they have a head that sticks out a lot, watch out. Like this one. See how the head sticks out a lot? That would probably be representative of a poisonous snake. Okay. Also, the 4 teeth in the front, or 2 big teeth, that would also let you know. If you look at like a python, their heads are like the same size as their body. They're very sleek. All right, so here is little tiny triceratops, and like an iguanodon, and then some kind of sauropod. And we're getting to the bottom, and this is a little turtle that I know my sister got. This belonged to her. Probably, well, in the, I think in the 70s, actually. Yeah. All right. And all right, here's maybe these are the coolest ones. Tortoises. All right. I think this is that Russian tortoise and hard plastic here. And here's what's cool. You can push their heads and limbs inside the shell. And then there you go. If you can get it to stay, you know, you have your turtle in the shell. And then you can pull them out. And I know I had like 4 of these. I don't know where the other ones are. But this is made by Imperial Toy Company, 2001. And then this fella here, I don't know what, this might be a map turtle, actually, which looks kind of like a snapping turtle. Ryan's $2.99, whatever Ryan's is. I don't remember getting that, but there you go. And I don't know what a Ryan's is, but you can get that in there. I used to have a painted turtle. I think what happened is I had a real painted turtle as a pet. It died. I had it for like 30 years, and I think I buried my rubber plastic painted turtle with him. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him. But anyway, there you go. All right, so this is my collection of rubber Imperial toys. I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun showing you, and I'm really glad I found them. Thanks for watching. Take care.